What if I tell you there's a design pattern that refuses to let you create more than one copy of something, no matter how hard you try? Sounds a little controlling, right? Well, meet the Singleton pattern. It's like the bouncer of your code base. One instance gets in and everyone else waits outside. Today we're gonna talk about what Singleton actually is, why it matters, and how to build one properly in C Sharp. This is episode 2 of Code Like a Senior Dev series, the Singleton pattern, the one and only. Let's dive right in. Alright, picture this. You're working on a game, you have got your sound system, your physics engine, your AI, and everything is working great. Until one day, QA walks in and says,
Why is our log file 300 megabytes from a single session?
you open the logs and realize every system has made its own logger. The audio system has one, the physics system has one, and even the pause menu, for some reason, has one too.
I'll log it. Too late, already logged.
And now your poor log file looks like five people arguing in a group chat. So, what's the fix? You guessed it. We need one logger, one point of truth, one global instance. The Singleton pattern ensures that a class only has one instance across the whole application, and it gives everyone a global way to access it. Think of it like having one president. You can have many ministers, many advisors, but only one person who makes the final call. That's what Singleton does in your code. Centralizes control, keeps things consistent, and prevents chaos.
Alright, let's start with the most basic singleton. You have probably seen this one 100 times in tutorials. The logger class that ensures we have just one instance throughout the app. Looks simple, right? Private constructor, static property, and boom, singleton achieved. But here's the plot twist. Imagine two threads running into this property at the same exact time. Both check if instance equals null and both say, yep, it's null. And before you know it, two instances are created. Congratulations, your singleton just become a twingleton. So, while it works fine in a single threaded world, in a multi threaded app, it's not safe. Let's fix that. Alright, let's bring in the big guns. A lock. By wrapping the critical section, the part that creates the instance inside a lock, we make sure only one thread can enter at a time. So even if 50 threads scream, I want a logger at once, they'll have to patiently line up. This version is now thread safe, but there's a tiny catch. Every time we access instance, we are locking, even when the object's already created. It's like checking if your front door is locked every time you walk by it. Can we do better? Oh, absolutely. Now, this is where we level up the double checked lock. We first check if the instance is null. If it's not, we skip the lock entirely. Only if it's null do we lock and then check again inside just to be extra safe before creating it. It's efficient and still thread safe. But you know what's even cleaner? Let's the framework handle it for you. Say hello to .NET's lazy class, the grown up version of our singleton. So to achieve this, we wrap our logger instance in lazy and we instantiate as new lazy of logger and we provide it an action that just creates a new logger. Doing this would ensure to only create the logger instance once it is requested. The lazy class handles all the locking and the thread safety internally. It only creates the logger when it's actually needed, hence lazy loading. This is like having a butler who doesn't show up until you ring the bell, and when he does, he's perfectly on time. This is the cleanest and most idiomatic way to create singleton in C sharp. So we started with chaos, added discipline, and ended with elegance. That, my friends, is the singleton pattern done right.
Now, before you jump into the comments, let me answer some questions that people always ask about singletons. Because static classes can't implement interfaces, they can't inherit, and they are not easily mockable in the test. Singletons can, which makes them perfect when you want to keep flexibility and you just want one instance. Well, sometimes. If you use it everywhere, yes, it becomes an anti-pattern, but if used wisely, it's a lifesaver. Think logging, caching, configuring, that's where it shines. Well, you can, but it's tricky. The better approach is to use dependency injection and register the singleton as a single instance in your DI container. That gives you both control and testability. The singleton pattern is about having one consistent point of truth, not about restricting anything. Use it where it makes sense, like logging configuration or shared resources. But if you start making every class a singleton, you're not writing a program anymore, you're writing a dictatorship. Use it like salt, just enough to make things better, not enough to ruin the dish. So that's the singleton pattern, the one and only. Next up, we are diving into the factory pattern. If this helped you, drop a like, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And tell me in the comments, what's the weirdest use of singleton pattern that you have seen so far? I am Codey-Singh. See you in the next one.